Do you want to laugh in the face of bosses? Do you like the concept of enemies breaking themselves upon your body? Do you want to make Den Muddy your b****? Then look no further than this beta Bleed and Thorns Barbarian build. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Do note that this build assumes you are level 25, the max level in the beta, as well as maximum renown gained for your 2 extra skill points. But with some planning, you should be able to use this build throughout the leveling experience. This build focuses on maximizing the Barbarian's bleed damage, thorns, and defensive abilities to ensure decent damage output, as well as making sure you are tanky enough to stand in the face of danger. First up, for our basic skill, we are using FLAY with its Combat FLAY enhancement as our basic attack to cause bleeding and for that sweet extra damage reduction and thorns. Make sure to configure FLAY in your hotbar to use your dual wield arsenal over auto select, as this will ensure maximum attack speed. This is important as you want to keep your Combat FLAY stacks up as easily as possible. In core skills, we are using REND with its Furious REND enhancement to help deal even more bleed damage, as well as to keep our fury up as much as possible when we are fighting multiple opponents. As before with FLAY, ensure to configure REND in the hotbar to use your 2-handed slashing weapon, this time to maximize the damage output. The defensive skills category is the most important one, as we will get a lot of thorns and survivability from this one. Starting off, we have Iron Skin that grants us a barrier based on missing health, as well as health regeneration from the tactical Iron Skin enhancement. Here we will also find Challenging Shout with the strategic Challenging Shout enhancement, for its taunt, to ensure enemies will be hitting us for our thorns damage, on top of the insane 40% damage reduction, and thorns equal to half of our maximum life. The defensive skill category doesn't end there, as we will be maxing out the Outburst and Tough as Nails passes for more thorns, as well as to make our thorns deal extra bleeding damage. When you're leveling, I'd prioritize these passes last, as they require 6 levels of investment to max out. Moving on from the defensives, we have the Brawling category. You are pretty much free to pick from whatever skills you prefer in here, but if you had a legendary power where kick or charge makes enemies detonate upon death, I would make good use out of that. I'm going to talk more about legendary powers later on in the video. That said, I personally picked charge with the Mighty Charge enhancement, as it allows for extra crowd control in the form of stun when you charge enemies into a wall, as well as a guaranteed vulnerability debuff against bosses and elites. Last but not least, for weapon mastery we are going to pick Rupture with the Fighter's Rupture enhancement. Rupture will let us instantly capitalize on our stacked up bleeding damage, as well as providing an AoE bleed explosion. On top of that, we also gain the insane benefit of healing ourselves every time we hit an enemy with Rupture. The Bleed and Thorns Barbarian playstyle is simple. Use FLAY to keep your stacks up and build Fury for REND and Rupture. Use REND when there's multiple targets in front of you or if you just need to stack up the damage. Rupture enemies that have long, darker health bars to ensure to kill faster and to spread even more bleed. Charge into enemies for CC, and to do extra AoE damage with the help of low health enemies if you have the legendary power as mentioned earlier. More on that in just a bit. Use your Challenging Shout to taunt enemies and gain more thorns and damage reduction. Get Iron Skin up as soon as you need to tank something or if you're getting low in health. If you aren't crushing enemies with the help of bleed damage, then all of the thorns accumulated will do it for you. This build might not do as much damage as the Sorcerer, but high survivability here is key, and should be plenty of proof that the Barbarian is a force to be reckoned with. I opted for gear with plus skills as well as basic and core damage. Use gems like Ruby and Armor and Skulls and Jewelry to increase your health and armor even further. Remember that the more health you have, the more thorns you will get out of the Outburst passive. As for legendary powers, there will be 3 that I heavily recommend. First up, the enemies damaged by kick or charge will explode if killed within 2 seconds is very important for more AoE damage. Secondly, the damaging an elite enemy grants barrier is incredibly useful for extra survivability. Third, Thorns damage dealt has a chance to deal damage to all enemies around you. We are a Thorns build after all, so this one goes without saying. As for the other legendary powers, anything that increases your damage with basic and core skills, more attack speed and more survivability all works here, and it is very flexible. Here is all the legendary powers I used while filming this footage. Pause the video if you want to read all of them. Let me know in the comments below if you tried this build out, if it helped you out in any way, or if there's any changes you would make to it. I'll be streaming the upcoming Diablo 4 beta on Saturday right on this channel. Subscribe for more gaming content. Bye!